The question of the hour is can my Discord cook? Can the Pokemon Pocket community cook decks? And we're gonna grab the first deck that I see here. Is from Justin, that's Kigaki over here. They said my newest cook, and their newest cook is Magnezone Sylveon Eevee box. What are my thoughts? I'm gonna rate things on like, let's say 1 to 5. 1 being like you burnt the kitchen, right? 2 being like this is but I can see how we can make it better. 3 is like okay, it's a passing grade. 4, like let them cook, and 5, you're cooking. I'm gonna give this right now off of, obviously I have not played a game with this, so I don't. I understand how this works. You basically have a strong going first with Jolteon. You have a Leafeon that is just going to get its damage boosted. And then you have Sylveon. So it's like an Eevee box deck that plays some pretty strong cards. This looks extremely weak to Rampardos, right? Yo, Dylan, what's good? This looks extremely weak to Rampardos, but I do love the cook. I do love the ingredients. It can be a lot more burnt. I'm gonna give this like a 3.5. This is a 3.5. It has all the makings of a deck that I understand, with a little bit of spice. I don't think it's like amazing because I haven't played a game with it, right? But this is a hot 3.5. What are we thinking, chat? Boom. So this is Thanos, but you've now included a Sylveon. And Sylveon allows you to draw 2, which allows you to get to Crobat faster. I also think that this is, you have an Elima, which can either be out Eevees or Arceus, but it's going to mostly be Arceus. Which, is that better than Leaf? Like, maybe? This is another Sylveon Slop deck. I like how this looks. It looks very clunky. Okay, let me explain how this looks slightly more clunkier than this. I think that this deck has the fluidity, the liquidity of, you know, a turn 160, which is very scary to deal with. This deck is like all or bust, right? This is a slightly more consistent version of the old Thanos deck. I really wish this deck had more than 20 cards, right? Because I would love to put Giratina in this deck. If you could put Giratina in this deck, this would be busted. Only 1 Arceus, no P-Coms, right? I'm going to have to give this a 3. You're cooking, but, you know, this deck's weakness is that it's a 20-card game. That's the only problem with this deck, is that it's a 20-card game. I didn't even notice like it's a 1 Arceus deck. So a lot of your deck is doing a lot of, Sylveons are doing a lot of the heavy lifting. If you don't see Arceus, you're kind of screwed, right? I get how Giratina decks play it, so you're going to probably draw it regardless. But that's my honest opinion. Minus points for the green deck case. No, I'm not going to minus. I don't even fucking do that sometimes. So what are my thoughts on this? Is this cooked on a level that is better than Sylveon? So let's talk about why you would want to use Chatot. You'd want to use Chatot because Garchomp, right? Garchomp is a little bit too strong. Not Garchomp, Sylveon. And when Sylveon draws cards, you can Chatot and match them. You can match their freak. Let me tell you why I think that's bad. And I'm going to give this like a 2.5. I'll give this a 2.5. I think that this is bad because Chatot takes a turn to do that. And the moment you take a turn to draw as many cards as your opponent has, they're going to red card you, Mars you, destroy you, defame you, make you cry, steal your lunch money, and they're also at 3 energy on the Giratina. So that is my only issue with this deck, but I think you did cook. You did not burn the kitchen now. So this gets a pass. This gets a passing grade, 2.5. I realize that I should probably reevaluate my scoring system because it's very harsh. So what are my thoughts on this? What are my thoughts on this? I think I prefer this a little bit more. I like the double Arceus. I like that you're still playing Giratina. This is a 4 for me, whereas the other one was like a 3 to 3.5 because there were certain things I didn't like. Still doing double energy. So this is a cook. This gets a pass. I have Solgaleo. I'm here for it. I love Solgaleo. I've been using a version with Dustmain all stream. But yes, this is like a 4. I'm going to give this a 4. If anything, we can up everything by 0.5 then. Oh, if you want it, I can give this a 4.5. This is like a 4. This is a cook deck. You just put your deck in the pocket deck section, yes. Let's see what are some other cooks that people are working on. Jeudy with, okay, I'm gonna say it. If you include Dusknoir, it's like an automatic 4 for me. Because I think Dusknoir is the coolest Pokemon. I'm sad it doesn't work sometimes. I think that that gets like an immediate like passing grade for me. Like it's like an immediate 4. I don't care. It's an immediate 4. Dusknoir is broken. This deck loses to Oricorio. I don't care. It's a Dragonite deck. No shit, it loses to Oricorio. My only thing is I kind of like people who add like a Dragonite copy. Like I can see you removing like probably like a Leaf for a Dragonite. I can see like a Leaf for like a regular Dragonite. So finding a way to put a Dragonite, I'll make this a 4.5. Also, just note that some of these decks that I rate highly, I think are bad. Like I think that this deck might probably be awful. But I think that this is the fun I want to see in Pocket. How to submit a deck, put it in decks. Okay, this deck is a 0. This deck is a 0. This deck doesn't function. I hate it. Why would you put this? I honestly wish that I'm not looking at this. I could be looking at something else right now. I could be spending my time touching grass right now. So this is gonna get a nice 0. I love the theme, but at the end of this day, I still have a reputation to hold. And if this deck is not good, it is not something I would want to use, I think that's gonna be the rating system. I don't think that most of these decks are good, but if you're cooking, I'm gonna let you cook. This is not cooking. This is a time waste. I wish I had my seconds back. It's missing Penny, probably. So this is a Psychic Box deck that only uses 2 EVs. So I'm gonna give this like a 3 or a 3.5. I think that this deck is also being held back by deck limit. This is like a objectively bad deck. I think that like I think you need an extra EV. I think that like this deck is, because this deck doesn't even get the full value. This deck doesn't even get the full value out of Sylveon. No, wait a minute. Why did I give this a 3? This is getting a 2. This is getting a 2. Give me more value. Waiter. I need more value out of this Sylveon. It's a cute deck though. There's no damage. The damage is like the freaking Sylveon that's doing 100. Maybe. On a good day, it's doing 100. So yeah. This is like a 2. You almost cooked, and then I looked deeper and realized that you weren't cooking anything. You burnt the house. But a 2 because it initially caught me off guard. What the 0. Why is Bellsprout here? This is just like another waste of my time. The deck doesn't function. The deck doesn't function. I'm gonna start curating what I look at. You guys are Gooner deck, bro. Seek help. Harem? Some of them are underage, you freak. All right, this is another 0. Put the fucking Giratinas back in the deck. What is this, bro? Put the Giratinas back. Why is Looker and Penny here? Why is Looker? This thing looked real because I saw Darkrai. Yo, okay, I'm curating my looks. I'm curating my searches. This is a Charizard deck. Hold the genetic Apex Charizard. All Moltres. What are my thoughts on this? This guy cooked. This is a 4.5, maybe even a 5. You have a built-in answer to whatchamacallit? Is the Charizard better than Flareon? Maybe because you only have 1 Eevee? Okay. I fuck with this deck. You get the vibe, you pass the vibe check. You know? Like, this is like sauced as hell. This is a 5. This is a good ass meal. I miss genetic Apex Charizard. Wait, is that Stoke Zard? Are you using triple Zard? This is a 5.5. This is a 5.5 minimum. I did not even notice you using 3 different Zards. I love that. This is a cook. This is a cook and a half. 5.5. I fuck with this. This is my favorite deck I've seen so far. Am I a Charizard stan? Yes. How do you submit a deck? It's in my Discord under decks. This gets a 5.5. Sylar, you cooked. You cooked. Stand proud. You are strong. Oh, buddy. Okay, so this is a poison deck that has Snorlax. Chat, you guys know my thoughts on Snorlax. I think that that card is the worst card to ever be printed in Pokemon Pocket. So this is going to start at a 0, and we're going to see if it can work its way up. Okay, let's see if it can work its way up. It has Sylveon, so it's going to give it a point. But it has Muck, and I think that Muck sucks and does nothing. So I'm minusing a point. This is a 0 for me. That is my current thought. I just think that the synergy sucks. The energy attachments are kind of awkward. It's not a joke deck, but it's a Snorlax deck. And that might as well be the biggest joke ever told. What is this? What in holy cooking Steinino is this? This is a Cynthia Garchomp deck. So like you took all the parts of Garchomp Rampardos and made it worse. Huh, how do I feel about that? That's like a 2. Cause a 2 for like you were kind of cooking, but it lost competitive integrity, right? This is a 2. I like what the Garchomp does, but you took away the Rampardos. Find a way to put Rampardos back in this deck. I don't know how you're gonna do it, but find the way. Hold up. So you have in the Discord, Pokepoon. So you have a perfectly good Oricorio Silvally deck, and you decide to make it worse by adding Pikachu. No Zeraora, so you can't even, this Dawn is like working overtime, right? I already hate Silvally, so this is getting like a 1. A 1 for Pikachu. I like the Pikachu nuke concept, but I think Arceus is just better. If that was Arceus, I would be down. I would be down. But this is not Arceus. Okay, what is this? What is this? This deck would have been crazy like 5 months ago when Space Time Smackdown first came out. Bro is living in a hyperbolic time chamber. What are you doing? Brother, we have new cards. Giratina is available. This is getting a 0.5 because it made me miss the good old days when Celebi was viable. And also the double X speed, bro's not running any good cards. Hold up. Drud gotta jail this man. Hold up. This writing is fire. So you're taking the like Garchomp stuff and you're making it Galade, but it has Sylveon. So trust me, I see this. It's not even a fresh new deck. I'm being fooled. I think that this deck that you're showing me sucks objectively, but because it has Sylveon and you have the aura farming Galade, I have to give this a 3. I have to give this a 3, but you're not slick. I know that you just took Garchomp and copied its homework and like thought that I wouldn't find out, but it gets a passing grade for me. You're not slick though. You're not slick, my guy. I see you. I see through you. I see right through you. This is captioned Solgaleo Lunch. What is the rating system out of again? 5. This, you know, this is another card I hate. Little known fact, I hate Togekiss. Not that I hate Togekiss the Pokemon, I hate Togekiss the deck. I think it's ass, right? It's like Sweet Treats 2. It loses to Sabrina. That's so sad. However, you have Sylveon in this deck. That's at least a 4. And you're using Togekiss, right? You're saying, I don't care about Solgaleo, so I'm going to give this at least a 20. So that's what it is. 20 out of 5. For recognizing you lose to Solgaleo and still showing me this deck. Because that takes a lot of balls. You have cojones, as they say. All right. What is this? It is Torinator, Infernape with Eevee, Sylveon. So it gets an automatic passing grade from me. It automatically gets just an aura vibe check. It gets a passing grade. I would never play this deck because I think Torinator sucks, and being stuck with Torinator is the worst feeling in the world. I would actually want to end myself. I think that this deck needs a Monfernape. So figure out how. Oh, okay. It's 2 Pokeballs. I was about to roast the lack of 2 Pokeballs. I was about to boy you, but you passed with flying colors. This is an okay deck. it's just a Torinator deck, right? At the end of the day, I don't think it's good, but you have Sylveon, and Sylveon's fire. It's an easy way to win my heart. Hold up. If that last deck was a 4, this is at least a 5. At least. This deck is fire. It's Eevee box, but you got it in Infernape, Double Dawn. My only advice, low key, drop a Dawn, add a Leafeon. Maybe. That's my only advice. This deck is fire. You're cooking. This deck is cooking. This gets the Cook Award. This is the Master Chef Award. I like it. I like it. I like it. This is how you make an Infernape deck. I lied. This deck is like a 2 or a 1 when looking at this deck. This deck, I would play a game. I would play a viewer battle game with this. I wouldn't play it on ranked though. This is a deck from Illegal Toxic Idiot Babyhead. Probably said that wrong. This deck is nice. I like this deck. So it's a Dawnwings Necruzma Giratina deck with the Dawn and Luzamine engine. Like, yo, you're hired. I really rock with this deck. It has an answer to, you know, its common problems. You can turn like 2 Psycho Billy, right? That's really cool with the combination of Dawn. Yeah, this deck cooked. This deck can't switch out a Tina. That's the price you pay. It's a price you pay. Maybe you should add a Leaf if that is the case. Do you guys see the vision in this deck? Because I respectfully don't like it. Actually, I do like it. Kinda. Do I like it? I do. You're playing Misty, and you have like the opportunity to switch. Glaceon's a 1 retreater. That's cool. I didn't know that until just now. 60 damage plus 70. Misty is dead until you can evolve anything. That's a skill issue. That's a skill. Someone like me would draw into everything. Someone like me would just draw into everything. Have you thought about that? I like this. I like the double Sylveon. Is there really not a water card that deals 70? Like, is there not a Glaceon baby that deals 70? Or like another Vaporeon? Doesn't the new Vaporeon deal 70? This deck, so let me tell you why this deck is getting an extra point. Because they have me. That's me. That's me. That's an old video. Because when the hell did I play that deck? That's a different shirt. So because they have me, that's +1. That's a +1 aura. It's Salandit Flareon. I think this deck cooked. This deck has Top, Cut, and Ursiday. And this is the creator of this deck, so they get plus points for putting their cook. So Baller, this is a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 5. I rock with this deck. This is a real cook. The reason why you use this is because it has Ember that deals 30, which allows the Flareon to eventually get the Combust. And then, you know, Salazzle is your Oricorio answer. So yeah, this gets the passing grade. Passing grade. It's an Aura farm. Right? And it has results. Unlike any of these other decks you guys are showing me. It's like a 10 out of 5. It's Sylveon Slop, but it has my baby. I would play this deck on viewer battles. I think Celebi is my love. I would like to find a way to add Leaf Cape. I think you're not taking advantage of Leaf Cape. I know it feels impossible to have a Leaf Cape. I would probably drop Iono or a Celebi. I would drop Iono or Celebi. Is my biggest advice. Probably drop Celebi for a Leaf Cape. I think that the 30 HP is pretty important. But yeah, this is a cooked deck. I would drop 1 Celebi though. You don't need 2 Celebis. 2 Celebis is greedy. 2 Celebis is greedy. Did I like your Wigglytuff deck? Yeah, I kind of called it an abomination of Obama's nation. Okay, I'm seeing a deck from Mr. Wriggler. Can I be honest about this deck? This is the deck that everybody believed was going to be broken when they saw Alolan Raichu. And then it did nothing. So I'm going to give this a 1 out of 5 for still showing this to me. But unfortunately, it's Gabaggio. It's Gabaggio and it's outdated. It's a potential mon. Meet potential mon type shit. Yes! Yes! This version is cooked. I love Dustmain Necrozma. I think Dustmain Necrozma is like the correct way to play. I think Dustmain Necrozma is better than Magiarna for a few reasons. So there's a few reasons why I really rock with it. One, you're also playing Sylveon, and you know I love Sylveon Slop. So you know I really rock with Sylveon. Black Metal, that's baller. Like, this thing doesn't die to Greninja Ping plus attack. And you have the secret sneaky Luzamine. You'll be like, aha, I got Luzamine. I rock with this. This deck is baller. I like this. You cooked. Stand proud. This deck is strong as hell. Luzamine is great. Yeah. No, I love Luzamine. Like I love Sylveon. I think Sylveon's better than Shiinotic. So this gets a 10 out of 5 as well. I hope that someone in the YouTube comments eventually, when I post this, like, keeps track of what I rated decks. Because I feel like my rating system has been all over the place. Someone showed me a Rayquaza deck. I'm not looking at that. I'm sorry. I think it's... Rayquaza is even more YouTube content than I'm willing to look at. So this guy is cooking. They are building a new Melmetal. So why would you use the new Melmetal? Because when you amass energy... you can immediately attack with Melmetal, which deals 90, and then eventually you have Armor Fossil. I love this deck. This deck is cooked. This deck is actually cooked. You get a 4 out of 5. I don't think this deck is good. I think this deck is, in fact, pretty terrible, but stand proud, for you have cooked. Like, Charizard. Eevee box. Greninja decks? One Zard and it's over. Actually, it's probably really good into Greninja decks. Okay, hold up. I've heard whispers of this deck. This is Sylveon Starraptor. And the reason that you would play it is because Barrel makes you deal 130 pretty much immediately. This is the 130 damage dealing deck. I rock with this. This deck is fun. This is a 5 out of 10 cook. Wait, 5 out of 5, because we're out of 5. I like it. This deck is cooked. Stand proud. You have actually cooked. And I think that this deck isn't even bad for ranked. Spoilers, I think that you can use this deck in ranked. How good is it? That's another question. But you can use this on ranked. This gets my ranked approval. Someone showed me a Darkrai Tina Toxicroak. No, there's no Dark... Okay. If you show me a Darkrai deck and I look at it and be like, wow, Giratina would make it better, not looking at it. Banned. Blockade. Okay. Let me see. Are there any... You guys are getting creative with your Sylveon Slop. Hold up. Hold up. Look at this... Look at this Sylveon Slop. So you guys are adding Leafeon Choreo. Like, why is there a Leafeon? Like, y'all are just adding Leafeon to anything. You get, like, bomb blasted by... Like, I feel like if you're playing this and you're not running a baby Leafeon as well, you're kind of trolling. But also, you're only running one Sylveon, and that's kind of trolling as well. I think I would cut a Leafeon for Sylveon. I would drop Pecom because we just hit. I get that you're running Dawn. I think Dawn is cute. I would drop a Dawn as well. Too many Dawns, in my opinion. I could even drop a Giratina, honestly. That's what I thought. I think this deck is very close to being cooked, but it's looking chopped right now. It's looking a little bit chopped. So I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5. I give this a 4 out of 5. Oh, Prismo. She is so cute. Eugen just came home. All right. Oh, another Sylveon Slop deck.
Can I show chat my bag?
You want to show chat your bag? Yeah, sure.
Bag. Oh, chips. Cheese. Pickled red onions. Guac. Tortilla.
I was expecting a new purse.
Chicken.
This deck is cooked. I don't know what this Laser Glaze does. Does this KO Darkrai? I mean, Oricorio, or does it not? Does it do like 60 and then you have to like flip another coin?
That's the bag.
You got to get through the filter, Jay. You have to just click the rule. I read the rules, yada yada. But yeah, I like this deck. I don't know what Laser Glaze does, but I like it. I like that you have it. This deck gets a cook. Stand proud, you have cooked. I wish that we could run more cards. My only complaint is that we can't run more cards. This is another deck that's ruined by 20 cards. This is a 5 out of 5. I feel like now that I'm getting more tired, I'm throwing out 5 out of 5s freely. But you guys have cooked with that one. That was a pure Kookama. Kookima mashite, as they say. You know, I'm scrolling through. There's a Snorlax deck. You guys know how I feel about Snorlax. Never show me a Snorlax deck again. There's a few Dragonite decks. I'm kind of getting tired of looking at Dragonite decks. All right, the last deck I'm looking at today is from Jaja Binks. They said, did I cook? What is happening here? You have a 1 Blacephalon, 1 Luzamine, 1 Type Null, 1 Silverly. What 1/1 heaven is this? I feel like this is a deck I wish was 25 cards. This is a deck I wish was 25 cards. Because it's not 25 cards, I have to look at the most inconsistent Exodia-ass deck ever. And that pisses me off. Right? Because like this is a cook. If there was like 25 cards and you can add Type Null, Silverly, Blacephalon, right? An extra Gladion, an extra Luzamine. But because this is 20 cards, it kind of pisses me off. But it has Sylveon. So this is like Sylveon Slop deck. So that is my thoughts. I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5. A perfect 3 out of 5. You cooked way too much. But it is cool. I wish that this was 25 cards. That said, I am going to log it soon. This has been a deck review. I've reviewed... Oh, look at how many tabs I have open. I reviewed all of these decks. I'm tired. I've been streaming for like 3 hours. I'm tired. I'm going to send you guys off.